Now, she served in the First World War and is one of only 3 remaining warships from that period. But HMS President could be heading, well, for the scrapyard. The vessel, which was once used to protect St Paul's Cathedral and has become a landmark on the River Thames for decades now, needs urgent restoration. Charitable grants have so far been refused by the lottery, so her future is far from certain. Victoria Cook reports.
For 16 years, moored off Victoria Embankment, HMS President has been one of London's famous landmarks.
HMS President, built nearly 100 years ago, vital during World War I, since then an important fixture on the Thames. Not just a piece of history, but a museum, a school and an events venue.
She was brought down here, and obviously because she's down here in the docks at the moment, we've had to take certain bits off, and she does a little bit sad, but all of that can be put back.
Now she's been moved here to Chatham in Kent. Here she'll either be restored or, if the money isn't found, this is where she'll be scrapped.
It's like ripping out a piece of your heart, really, because she's such a beautiful old ship, and there's been so many happy memories, and so many thousands and thousands of people have been through and on board. And I say, when she's scrapped, it literally they cut her up into small pieces of steel, and the steel is taken away, so you can't put her back together.
On board, it's immediately obvious that repairs are needed.
Yeah. So here we are in the bottom of the ship, Victoria, and you can see right here where the hull needs repairing, one of the areas where water is seeping in and the hull is thinned.
There's clear evidence of the work that needs to be done here.
Yes, it is, absolutely. You can see it very, very clearly in this area.
The Preservation Trust that looks after this ship applied for extra cash to try and save her. They applied to the National Lottery and they applied to the government, but both those applications were rejected. Since then, though, there's been a huge public campaign to try and stop her from being scrapped. As a result of that, the government has now agreed to an emergency meeting to review the application for more money.
For those who appreciate its history, it's vital the ship survives and returns here to the Thames.
It was the submarine threat in the First World War that very nearly broke Churchill. He reckoned it was the worst thing of the First World War, the nearest we came to losing. And the ships that conquered the submarines in 1917 are really important in our history, and she's the last of them.
Campaigners say that the only hope now is to persuade the government to release money from the LIBOR fines fund to save her, or she'll end up on the scrap heap. Victoria Cook, BBC London News.